So they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, each time expecting a different result. At least that's one of the definitions. And I can't help but feel, personally, that Call of Duty players and YouTubers and streamers alike are all suffering from the definition of insanity, or insanity in general. Because every fucking year, these people go and, they buy the new Call of Duty. And then they, for whatever reason, they hate the new Call of Duty, which, I'm not going to lie, I would completely understand. Especially the last couple. And then they go and, I'd say by February, start hyping up the next Call of Duty. Oh, I can't wait for Call of Duty 2019, Call of Duty 2020, Call of Duty 2021, etc., etc., etc. And they hype it up for so goddamn long. And they get the game, they hate the game, and then they do the same thing over again the next year. That is the Call of Duty cycle, ladies and gentlemen. I personally, when I was younger and Black Ops 2 was ending its heyday, and I feel Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was like a pretty average game. People love it for whatever reason. I thought it was more or less pretty average. And when I started seeing gameplay of Ghost through various Call of Duty YouTubers I was subscribed to on YouTube at the time, I couldn't help but feel let down. To me, the game looked like shit. The game looked like it's shit. It looked like it played like shit. I just didn't like the way the game looked. And just based off that, I was like, fuck it, I'm not buying this game. Compared to the games I have played, I'm not going to buy this shitty looking game. To me, it was insulting to even think of anything other than it was insulting to think of even buying Ghost. So that was the first year I ever skipped out on Call of Duty, and I had been playing Call of Duty for 3 straight years at that point. Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 2. For some reason, especially the last 3 or 4 years or so, it just seems to be that Call of Duty YouTubers just want to make themselves suffer. It's so pathetic to see how, especially now with how Black Ops Cold War has turned out. And I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys, I ain't fucking playing Cold War. I made that decision a couple days ago. I'm just like, I have no desire to play a game that, even if it does look good and the campaign may look good, there's so many, not only performance issues, and just so many game-breaking issues within the game itself that I personally don't enjoy. And would not enjoy. And you're like, oh, you haven't played the game yet, you're probably thinking. I have played the game. I played the beta and the alpha. And as far as I'm concerned, the game that was released a few months ago is more or less the same game that's still out now from the beta. It is just a slightly more expanded version of it with some new maps and such, and maybe some new weapons. Who knows? I'm just going to say this straight off the bat. It's just so pathetic to see how Call of Duty YouTubers, whether you like the game or you hate the game, how they just act and how they always feel like they expect a different result every time a new Call of Duty game comes out. For instance, Black Ops 4, my personal experience was terrible. I played that game for a couple months, fucking hated it, deleted it off my system. One of the worst games I've ever played, period. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's a shit game, and if you defend it, something might be wrong with you. I'm being straight up honest with you. Something might be wrong with you, because that game to me was not fun in any way, shape, or form. If you had fun, good for you, but it was not a good game. Then I was hyped for Modern Warfare 3, or not Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare, thinking, oh, this should be a good game. They're going back to Modern Warfare and such, some modern weapons, yada, yada, yada. That game was terrible. Played the beta, and I was just, no. Absolutely not purchasing this fucking game. I will not waste money on a game as terrible as this. One of the worst gaming experiences of my life came from Modern Warfare's beta. And now I sit here again and I wait for this new Call of Duty to come out. And I knew this new Call of Duty called Black Ops Cold War was going to be shit because of the development that was going into it. The whole Sledgehammer getting quote-unquote fired from this project, and Treyarch and Raven would then move in and try and salvage whatever they could salvage. So I knew straight off the bat that this game was not going to be good. I said straight off the bat that, and I made a video on this, that this game was not going to be good, and that, you know, Call of Duty's and it's in a shit show right now. It's more or less in a shit show. This was a few years ago I made this video, maybe a year or two ago. And I was right. I was right. And I was saying this, as far as I know, before anyone else really was. Again, I want to reiterate the point of how pathetic some of these Call of Duty YouTubers act in regards to the situation. I don't care who the fuck you are. You could be on the highest of the totem pole or the lowest. People I watch like Thunder, Blame Truth, 8 Thoughts, etc., and even some of the other guys that do Call of Duty YouTubers, like the really big guys, like, you know, Dalek, what's his name, Dalek JD, and all these other new guys that I've never fucking heard of before Black Ops Cold War was coming out, because they were hired by Activision to hype this game. They're all hyping this shit up, and everyone's eating it up, man. They're just eating it up. And I'm sitting here like, you guys haven't even touched the game yet. How could you possibly feel like this game is going to be good when you haven't even played it? And let alone, and when we play it, which was the alpha, the open alpha that was on PlayStation, I was disappointed. I was disappointed. And come the beta, I was even further disappointed, because I just felt like the game did not run good. I felt like the games I was trying to get, or the games I was having, were just not good. And it's either people got better over the last 10 years of me playing Call of Duty, or I regressed, or what. But I feel as though people have all these high expectations, and they just constantly let themselves be let down by Activision and all these developers. And granted, especially since Black Ops 4, I consider, not even Black Ops 4, Black Ops 2, or Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, I consider Treyarch to be somewhat incompetent. I think that incompetence only heightened in Black Ops 4, and now it's even, their incompetence is at an all-time high, because they just put out a more or less shit game that needed time to work, and they're not really implementing the changes that a lot of people want implemented, whether it's for Warzone or in actual multiplayer, or the fact that the game's campaign of all things released with buggy cutscenes and shit. You know, it's a shit show. Either I'm a pessimist, or very incredibly cynical, or I'm just being super realistic when it comes to video games nowadays. Because as far as I'm concerned, as a consumer, I will not allow myself to fall into this definition of insanity that people have when it comes to Call of Duty. Not even just Call of Duty. Look at WWE 2K. I liked WWE 2K19. I had my issues with it, but that's a different story for a different time. WWE 2K20 fucking shit the bed. That alone made me very weary of what game developers were capable of doing when it came to releasing games, because that game was fucking terrible. 2K20, it was bad, and yet I still create videos on it. So as far as I'm concerned, someone like me, I don't give a fuck how small I am. I'm more or less calling out the entire Call of Duty community. I don't give a fuck how small I am. I don't give a fuck how if no one knows my name or people think my opinion's irrelevant. Regardless of that, I don't care. But as a consumer, I feel like my opinion is somewhat relevant. That's all I'm going to say, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm sick of people going online, complaining on Twitter of, oh my god, I'm so upset that this game sucks, you know, I was so hyped for it and stuff like that, and it just let me down, and SBMM is ruining the game, blah blah blah. What the fuck did you expect? What did you expect? That's all I'm going to say. I mean, it's like talking to a fucking brick wall with this community half the time. It's almost pathetic. It really is. I almost feel bad for some of the people that have to make money off this shit, but at the same time, I don't really fucking care. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Of course, follow me on all the social media stuff to see below, and of course, subscribe to the 69 Whiskey Podcast.